Hello all. So my name is Divyani Amit Deshmukh and I am a practicing psychologist. Last year I've opened my own Instagram page of my clinic named Helping Hearts.Counsellor, and just few days before I have started my new venture by opening my own YouTube channel named Helping Hearts.Counsellor. And this being an introductory video, yet it is my third video on YouTube channel. I hope you would understand. So me coming up with a video today that I really wanted to talk to you all about what actually a psychology and a psychologist mean. Recently, or say always, I've seen in my society that psychology or a therapy and a therapist is only connected, or only we have a mindful connection of these people with mentally retarded people and mentally retarded issues. But it is so not that. Therapy is actually helping you manage with your work, say your physical and mental being, when you're not able to sync both the things at a time. So psychologist or a therapist help you do that. Therapy or a psychologist is not always meant with the dark part of your life. It is always, or say mostly even, helping you to move towards light, to help you preserve and manage your happiness and all those goodies in your life. So therapy is even about a positive part of your life. So we always consider that whenever you have a drift or whenever you have a low in your life, only then you will have to seek a therapy or a therapist. It is so not that. Even if you are happy and even if you want to share that happiness with somebody, and that there is no one who could justify or give a justified reaction, or say welcome those emotions of yours with pure heart, you can even search for a psychologist near you, because psychology is a welcoming field. Therapists are welcoming people. It is not always that you consider these people with that they can only welcome negative or negative emotions. No, it is not so that. You can even have your share of conversation with all those positive things too. Now we always have many identities. We have a certain identity with our partner. We have a certain identity when we are with our friends. We have certain identity when we are with professional people. We have certain identities when we are at our job place, and we have certain identity when we are alone. So when we are alone, we have our own personal thoughts. We have our own pattern of thinking. Most of that pattern is from our past, that we think what we were, and in that past or maybe in that present, we have so many experiences, we have so many things which we gather in our mind, that some of those things, some of those experiences, some of those situations can be lightened only when you share those things with someone, and you actually search for that individual with whom you would share those things, with whom you would lighten your heart by sharing. But here comes the question of trust. You do not trust easily any person with whom you could easily share your emotions with, right? Because you always have a fear of being judged. Oh, what if that person will think this about me? Oh, what if that person will think that about me? And the cyclone of fear of being judged starts. And what you do is you keep that thing to yourself, and the burden and the pressure of preserving that unsaid thought creates a pressure in your mind, and then you feel unnecessarily tensed. Here the role of actually a psychologist and a therapist come. You can share each and every emotion which comes to you, which bothers you. Therapist or a psychologist or this field, like I said before, is welcoming. It welcomes, and with open arm it accepts everything without you being judged. So I hope that I'm being able to clear what actually a role of therapy and a therapist mean. Now obviously there are certain disorders, there are certain problems. Obviously even that, or say first and foremost, individuals do search and professionals of therapy first, but when you really want to share an unsaid part of your life, when you really want to just lighten your heart, or say when you even want to share something good what's happening in your life, there the role of a therapist even comes. So now the third part which I wanted to share is, therapists do not carry any relationship baggage when they are actually in a session, or when they are actually carrying it a session. Being said that, let me be more precise. See, whenever I have a session with my friends, whenever I have a session with my spouse, whenever I have a session with a person whom I know, there isn't a barrier of I being in a relationship or carrying a certain relationship with that husband. Like, if I'm in a session with my friend, I won't be a friend to that person for that particular time, because with that, the person in front of me will be more easy to just have an easy conversation by sharing anything. Because psychology, first and foremost, has a term that you are not being judged. Second, that whatever you share is everything kept confidential, or say whatever you have to say is a secret between you and the counselor. So the relationship baggage is not carried by any professional therapist when they are in a session. So therapists do not ever carry a relation of friend, spouse, parent, or say anything. And the same is not carried out when you meet with the people, or say when the same people have a conversation with you. So psychologists carry two personalities of a psychologist when they are actually in a session, and of a friend, or say whatever relation they are with outside. And so these two things are never mixed. So this should be even clear to people out there. So even if you find your friend, or say anybody whom you know is a psychologist or a therapist, please reach out and lighten your heart without being carried with the fear of being judged, because these professionals, when they are actually in a session, they never judge you. So I hope I was a kind of help to you with what actually a psychology and a psychologist mean. Hoping to decode many stories and make it a hit. So let's heal it. Share this video with as many as you can, so that it can be a help to the needy. Till then, regards, Helping Arts. Thank you.